Showing up with calm presence instead of solutions can be a very difficult thing to do, especially if we are tired from the day. Maybe your child's had a rough morning, so you're kind of tired from that. And so you just want to fix and move on, move forward, nothing else. But fixing things for our children isn't what they really need. They really do need our calm presence there to help them understand how to regulate their own emotions and then how to communicate them effectively, which again is extremely difficult. And we always have to understand they're young, their cognitive front lobe is not developed yet. They are learning, and it is going to take a lot of mistakes, a lot of redirecting, a lot of just restating what we have said over and over again so that they understand it and learn it, and it becomes like a muscle memory to them. And of course, the older they get, the easier it becomes for them to do as well. So children co-regulate with your nervous system, not your words. Eye contact, tone, and body language matter more than advice. Welcome to the series, Loving Your Child, Creating a Safe Space to Feel Emotional Safety. The first series in our parenting area, I guess. And this is the power of presence. So when your child is hurting, your first instinct might be to say something helpful, to explain, teach, or make it better. But sometimes the most healing thing we can offer isn't our words, it's our presence. Presence, it's what tells your child you're not alone in this. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how your calm, grounded energy becomes your child's emotional anchor and why being with them often matters more than what you say. What it means to hold space. When a child is overwhelmed, crying, yelling, or shutting down, our nervous system often wants to match theirs. We tense up, we react, or we move into problem-solving mode. This all sometimes really does depend on what's going on in our life at the moment, whether we're in a hurry or we're not in a hurry, whether we've had a stressful day or we haven't had a stressful day. There's so many factors that as an adult, we just have to remember it is on us to pause, relax, calm down, know that the most important thing is what is in front of us right now, and that is our child. And everything else can really just wait. So presence begins when we slow down enough to let their emotion exist without trying to fix it. Holding space means creating a soft landing for big feelings. Because our kids have big feelings and they don't always know what to do with them. It's saying with your energy, you can bring your full self here and I won't turn you away. Sometimes that looks like sitting quietly beside your child when they cry. Sometimes it's a gentle hand on their shoulder or simply staying near. No words needed. And what a hard thing that is as a parent, to not try to fix it for them, but to allow them to feel angry, sad, frustrated, scared, confused, or anxious. Because if we try to fix it for them, we are not teaching them to sit with their emotion and to learn their own calming techniques that when they're an adult, they may try to avoid instead of sitting with it. So children don't always need answers, they need attunement. Your calm attention signaling that the storm will pass and that they'll still be safe. So co-regulation, how your calm becomes theirs. Children learn to regulate emotions through your regulation, right? We're always teaching our children. When you stay calm, you're teaching them what safety feels like in their body. Think of it like tuning forks. Your nervous system sets the tone, and theirs naturally resonates with it. When you meet their big emotion, with stillness instead of urgency. You teach them that intensity doesn't equal danger. Here's an example moment. Your child is melting down because they can't find their favorite toy. Instead of stop crying, it's just a toy, you take a slow breath and say, you're really upset right now. That toy is special to you. Your voice, your breath, your grounded energy, all of it communicates safety far more than logic ever could. Try this practice. Next time your child is upset, before you speak, take one slow breath, feel your feet on the ground, remind yourself, my calm helps their calm, which again may be very difficult because, as we all know, if we go into a situation where somebody has a big emotion and they're maybe up here, especially with a tone, we often want to come in and we want to match their tone. We may want to take it higher. And then the other person will again want to match our tone or take it higher. Before we know it, we're way up here and not where we need to be. And so we have just taught our child or children not so great healthy behavior to come into a situation with. And so if they're here, it's really important for us to remain calm here to help them bring their tone and their energy or their big emotion down, because we're teaching them by example on not only how to react now, but how to react with relationships in the future so that they may live a healthy, happy life as well. So the presence trap. When we try too hard to be perfect, sometimes parents hear about staying calm and put pressure on themselves to be perfectly peaceful all the time. But that's not the goal. Your presence doesn't have to mean silence or serenity. It means authentic connection, showing up as a regulated, real human being who loves their child even when things are messy. You might lose your patience sometimes. You might need to take a breath and say, I am feeling overwhelmed too. Let's both pause for a second. That honesty builds trust, not weakness. It shows your child that emotions can be felt, expressed, and recovered from together. Presence is not perfection, it's recovery. And of course, if after whatever scenario happened, you need to let go of your own emotions as a parent, because watching our children go through hard things is very difficult for us, then take that time. Go relax. Go do some meditation. Go journal write. Go on a walk. Obviously, if you have young kids, you probably have to bring them with you. Breathe it out. Go to your safe space in your head. There's a lot of things we can do to try to release those emotions we get when our children throw huge tantrums, have big emotions, or go through some really hard phase in life. So reflection and invitation. The power of presence isn't about what you do, it's about who you are when your child needs you most. This week, try practicing one simple thing. When your child is emotional, take one deep breath before reacting. Just that. As parents, we want to respond and not react. But if we do react, we come back and we talk about it. Because that's how they know that it's okay to make mistakes and that we take accountability for those mistakes. So here is a journal for you. When do I feel most impatient or uncomfortable with my child's emotions? And what might that be showing me about my own? Next week, we'll explore listening to understand, not to correct. How to build trust by hearing your child's inner world instead of rushing to fix it. Until then, remember, you don't need to have the right words. You just need to be there. That's presence. That's where safety begins. Here's the comment section. Comment anything you want on emotional safety, on being a parent, on the power of presence. Comment on really any hard season or win you've had as well. And if you're having a hard time figuring what to comment about, here is a question for you. Growing up, did you have the power of presence with your own parents? You did? How was that? And if you didn't, how would you have liked that? How could you have benefited from that? If this video resonated with you today, take a deep breath before you go. Let what you heard settle in. Know that you're not alone on this journey and you don't have to do it all alone. If you're feeling it, give this video a like so others can find it easily. Share it with somebody who you think might benefit. Subscribe for new content every day of every week. And remember here, tiny steps, real talk, and honest healing. There's some journals, children's book, and workbook. You'll find the link in the post here. They're all about building healthy behaviors, decreasing unhealthy behaviors, and perhaps becoming aware of some things that we weren't aware of. The children's workbook goes really right along with these parenting videos. It's all about emotional regulation, of communication to help your child to start working on that. Just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch these videos, and I hope you have a great day.